of the family governance structure. So it's the mission, discussing the mission, the vision, and the values of the family, and constantly reinforcing that message, whether it's telling the family story in a way that, kids love hearing stories when they go to sleep. And tell me again about my family. They all want that sense of identity. Who am I? Where is my place in the world? What is my place in the world? So when I work with families, I try to help them craft that story so that it's not accidental, but rather it's something intentional and considered and thoughtfully constructed, so that and age appropriate, so that your children and your grandchildren, and perhaps the grandchildren that you may not even be lucky enough to meet one day, will all know your story as the wealth creators, whether it's, grandma and grandpa came over on a boat and started a corner store that is now Whole Foods or whatever. It doesn't matter what that story is, but that it's told consistently and thoughtfully constructed in a way that captures your values and who you are. So to me, when I think about family meetings, I like to think about it as the old journalism, what, when, where, why approach. So to me, that's the what of what a family meeting is. It's a discussion of who are we as a family, what do we stand for both internally amongst ourselves, so that when new members come into our family, whether it's someone marrying in or a younger generation rising up, that they have a better sense of what it means to be a member of the Schoenfeld family, and also externally. So what do you want the world to know about you? Whether it's your family's philanthropy or some other public persona, perhaps it's a family business that's well known. So that's the what of family meetings. The who is who gets invited to these family meetings, and that's a big one, because very often the wealth creators try to think about it as just my bloodline. It's just my kids and my grandkids. But what I always try to tell people is, those outlaws, the spouses of your children, they're not just your outlaws, but they are the parents of your grandchildren. So you exclude them from the discussions about your family's mission and vision and values at your peril, because you really want them to be part of those conversations so that they feel engaged in part of that conversation. Maybe you didn't invite them to all the family business portions of the family meeting, but the conversations about the values and who are we, what do we stand for as a family, you bet you want them involved. The what we talked about, the when, and my when is start early and start often, but it's never too soon to start, and it's never too late to start doing family meetings. The interesting thing about the how that the pandemic taught us is that while technology is not as good as being there, and we all know that, it's just so lovely to see you all in the same room again and to actually have some human contact, but we were able to do family meetings on Zoom.